I am a snotty-nosed kid. Yes, I am. I am a snotty-nosed kid. Good morning. How are y'all this morning? I'm going to put my watch on. My Facebook gets here. Shane brought this crap home to me and Larry. This is all Shane's fault. Shane came home. Let's see. I think it was Wednesday when we went to get Larry's car. He was sick. And so he went to the doctor. And while I was sitting there, my ears were killing me. So I said, I'm going too. So I went in and I had a double ear infection, and Shane had some type of virus, and they put him on an antibiotic. Well, I didn't feel like he felt, you know? And then, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days later, I'm sick as a dog. Larry's sick as a dog. And I'm like, you obviously are contagious because this is awful. So my eyes, if you see like tears running down my face, I'm not crying. That's part of this stupid virus is our eyes are watering, our nose. So anyway, we can't breathe, sneezing our heads off. I forgot what else. Anyway, so okay, is Facebook here yet? I'm gonna wait a minute. They should be here. Did y'all see anybody from? No, I don't see anybody. Oh yeah, there's Lorraine. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to talk about a couple of things today. First of all, I can't even think straight. Okay, let me think. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Today's Cinco de Mayo. Happy birthday, Cinco. Cinco's 2 years old today. I love her so much. I haven't seen her since she left my farm. I keep messaging Zoe and Nick, and I'm like, can I come see Cinco? And they work full time, so like our schedules are not like when I can come, they're at work, or or when they're at home, then I have Larry and Shane's at work. And so like I haven't been able to see her, and I want to go see her so bad, and Bruno. And at some point I will go see Cinco. I see Skipper, because Skipper lives like 7 minutes from me. So I get to see Skipper, but I didn't got to see Cinco because they live in South. So it takes like I don't know, an hour and a half maybe to get to where the clan lives. I'm stuck in North Alabama by myself, and all of them live around each other. Anyway, so happy birthday, Cinco. I had that fundraiser today at 5:00 for queso. I just ain't feeling it. Oh, I just snorted on myself. I'm just not feeling it. Like I told Chris right before this, I don't know. I don't think I can do it today. So I'm just probably going to go live for a little bit. I don't even know if I want to talk about it, but look at me. I look like I'm bawling my eyes out. Oh, and Stephanie, I see you're on here, and I have to come get feed today, so I will stay at a distance at Chambers. I will not get close to anybody. But I am not crying, okay? Scout Sonner, my eyes are just watering. Okay. When it comes to being a nonprofit and being a creator, it's just hard to do both. I think in my head that people think when you're a creator that I don't even want to talk about that. Basically, I'm not feeling there's two things. I'm not feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. I feel like I should just work for it. Like I feel like I don't know. I can't talk about it. I just don't know if I'm going to have the fundraiser. I realize it's a last minute thing, but I'm just not feeling it. I don't feel good, and I'm just not feeling it. Okay, I'm going to talk about something good. I have wanted I want to see y'all. I don't want this to be a Judy show. I want to see y'all and I want to talk to y'all but I can't just sit here on the phone all day long and talk to everybody, right? Cuz I have a farm and you know, I have I'm cleaning and things like that. So it's hard for me just to talk to everybody. And I was like, Facebook Facebook sucks. And I was like, I wish that we could get on a Zoom call or something so we can see what everyone looks like. Well, guess what? I feel like I hit the jackpot. Did y'all know? Okay. Imagine Facebook with just the backup dancers and nobody else. Like, we don't have to deal with drama. Okay. We have that on YouTube. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, first of all, if you watch me on TV or you watch me from your iPad, I don't know why YouTube is like this, but for some reason, you can't do it from your iPad and you can't do it from the TV. You can only do it from your cell phone, which makes me so mad. Maybe they'll upgrade that. Maybe they'll listen to me and go, "Oh, Aunt Judy needs to do." I don't know. Okay, this is what Marsha, I've already taken around the steroids. My last steroid was yesterday. It ain't working. Okay. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Everybody grab your cell phone right now. Grab your cell phone. Type in YouTube. Okay. Type in YouTube. Go to Sneed's Farmhouse. Go to Sneed's Farmhouse and your screen looks like this. I'm going to slow down. Okay. So everybody pull up Sneed's Farmhouse on your cell phone, not your iPad, not your TV. Grab your cell phone, go to YouTube, put in Sneed's Farmhouse. Okay. Now, you see where it says visit community. You see that? Click that. Okay. You see where it says what's on your mind? Okay. You can people are like, Judy, you can't post pictures on YouTube. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. On visit community, you can post. Okay, let's just say I'm gonna post something. Hang on. I'm just gonna post. Let's see. I'll post this. Okay. I posted a picture. You can do this too. It's not just me. All right. Let's just say I want to talk to Mary. Okay. I want to tag Mary. All right. I can go here. I can hit the @ sign. See the @ sign. Look, there's Jane Foster on the top. I can hit Mary. Let me see. Hang on. Mary, I don't know your handle. It just says Mary. Oh, here you are. Okay. I hit the @ sign and I hit Mary. So let's say that I have to ask Mary a question. Okay. Now, granted, the whole world's going to see this, so you don't ask her a private question. But I can hit Mary and go, look at Jill. And I'm going to hit post. Okay? It posted. Now, when you're on my visit visit community, you just saw I tagged Mary in this post. So you don't have to go, you know how you haven't been able to communicate with each other? Um, Most people have to go to Facebook on Messenger to communicate as backup dancers. You don't have to do that anymore. You can go to YouTube, go to visit community, and you can post pictures. Okay? You can, let me tell you how I found out this. Let me just tell you this. See, I tagged Mary. Okay. So, let me show you, okay. I was scrolling and Mary Sharon posted this and I was like, how'd she do that? And it says, I'd like to send you one of my emotional support chickens. And I was like, I didn't even know she did this. She did it a month ago. So I don't get notifications. I got to figure that one out. But you can post pictures. If you need to talk to Jane or LaWanda or Tina or, Carrie or whoever, you can do it on YouTube. You don't have to go to Facebook anymore. Okay. This is like a backup dancer's dream because we don't have to deal with the bull crap that people don't know who we are, right? When they talk ugly about their Aunt Judy, okay, because they don't know who I am. You can communicate on this, okay? It's almost like Facebook because Lee, you just scroll and it's got pictures and, of course, they're all my posts, but you can post on this. Somebody try it. I don't know, Mary or Jane, y'all go try it and see if we see your post. One of you go do it. Or somebody go do it. I was just looking at the people that are here. Tina, you can go do it. Or Chris, you can go do it. Make yourself useful, Chris. And then at the top, you can hit newest. See, Kim just said so cute. See, Karen said love this. So we can get to know Karen on the community board. Okay, you can go, Karen Randall. Oh, she's here every morning. So let me go see how she's doing. She said she's sick. So then you can tag Karen Randall and say, hey, are you feeling better? This is a way for us as backup dancers to eliminate the bullcrap and just talk to us. Okay. I don't know if somebody that's not a subscriber can even see this. I don't think they can because it's a community board for Sneed's Farmhouse. So anyway, I want y'all to utilize this because I want my page to be a community, a village. I don't want it to be all about me. When you're not feeling well, lean on the backup dancers. When you need prayer, lean on the backup dancers. When you, I don't know, need to show us something exciting like your plants outside, come here. Show us your plants. We want to see your plants outside. Believe it or not. Sometimes, as you get to know people, you kind of want to put a face with a name, And so sometimes, I'll just tell you this, Mary has a YouTube channel. Okay. LaWanda has a YouTube channel. All right. So sometimes you're like, I wonder what they look like. You just want to look. Well, on the community board, Mary could show a picture of her gardening. She could show a picture of her gardening and you would see, oh my gosh, isn't she cute? She's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at her, or, I don't know, Becky or Jane or Lorraine or Sherry, Heidi, Heidi goes on her morning walk. Maybe she takes a selfie and say, y'all, I went on my morning walk this morning. Did y'all? That's how I'm dancing this morning. I go on a walk every single morning. It's just a way for us to encourage each other. And I'm not looking for a necessarily number, you know. I love y'all. I want to get to know y'all. I want I want to I want us to know each other. You know? I do. And I feel like, look, Melissa said, "Hey, Aunt Judy." See? Oh, look how cute Chris and Julie are. That's Chris and his lovely wife. So it's just, look, Brenda said, "Hey" to Jane. You see, we can communicate now on YouTube. I'm so excited because before, like, let's say, I don't know, Melissa sent me a ladybug to go in my wallet. Okay, it's a hug. Okay, in the past, I would have to go either find her phone number or I would have to go find her on Facebook because I couldn't communicate on YouTube. Now I can tag Melissa and say, "Oh my gosh, this ladybug is perfect for my wallet because it reminds me of you and it reminds me that when I'm having a bad day that you've given me a hug." I don't have to go to Facebook anymore. Do you know how done I am with Facebook? Anyway, so I wanted to introduce this to y'all so that we can communicate because this means a lot to me. I want to know y'all. You know, I want to know. I don't want this to be a Judy show. I want this to be all of it. It takes a village to run Sneed's Farmhouse. It ain't all about Judy and Shane. It's about all of us. And so I just thought this was perfect. Perfect. And I did not realize it was, hang on, what's her name? I done, look how cute. Is she not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Oh my gosh. Stephanie, hey Judy and friends. Mary, your pictures, your flowers are absolutely gorgeous. Lawanda, you know, Cinco de Mayo, Jane. You see how fun this is? We can get to know each other. And it was all because of, hang on, I forgot her name. Hang on. I thought only I could post on it, but nah, I was wrong. The lady that wanted to send me the chickens. It was all from her post that I realized that y'all could send pictures. I had no clue. I'm learning myself. Well, I can't find her post. Oh, wait. I said it was from a month ago. Now, granted, I don't know if you're going to get notifications that anybody posted here. I think you just have to go check. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that yet, but I'm just so excited that this Mary Sharon, you taught me this. Okay. I had no clue, Mary Sharon, that you could do this. So praise God for YouTube. And I'm really trying to, I'm very thankful that I've gotten to where I am on Facebook. I am. But it's just mean people, y'all. They're so mean and ugly. And the only way things go viral is if I get the crap beat out of me. It's not nice. Okay. It's not. It is everybody for their own on Facebook. YouTube is friendly. They're not mean. So just to let you know. So if you are new and you're like, if you're on Facebook and you're like, I'm scared of that YouTube crap. Look, YouTube is free. It does not cost money to be on YouTube. Okay. All you do is download the YouTube app, put in Sneed's Farmhouse, and hit subscribe. Subscribe sounds like it costs money. It does to me too. But subscribe does not cost money. And so if you want to communicate with backup dancers in a friendly environment of just backup dancers, YouTube's the way to go. You don't have to deal with, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful today. Why don't you send me a friend request? I just can't get enough. All those scammers. It's not on YouTube. It's not. Scammers are on Facebook, but I have not come across anything on YouTube that is scammers. Now, that might change, but Facebook is full of scam. I'm constantly blocking people all day long on Facebook that are trying to scam y'all. It's a full-time job within itself. So, all right, let's move on. I can't decide if I want to put on makeup today. Today we're supposed to have our driveway done. Y'all are going to see a video on Thursday. You know how I said to y'all in past videos, I said, my goal this year is to work on landscape. Well, part of our landscape, okay, let me show you, Brenda. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to show you. You see where it says, what's on your mind? Put your finger on that. What's on your mind? And then when you do that, it's going to pull up your camera. You can like go over here and choose a picture. I'm just going to hit that picture. Now, if you didn't want to post a picture, all you got to do is just start typing. But that's how you do it. And then hit post. Does that make sense? So let's do it again. When you pull up the community board, hit what's on your mind. Look how precious Cynthia is. Okay. Click what's on your mind like that. And then over here, if you hit this button right here, it pulls up. Oh, no, it didn't. Hang on. Okay. Look. Let's try this again. Okay. Click what's on your mind. Ooh, what's on your mind, and it pulls up this. If you want to pull up all your pictures, you click this button right here, and it pulls up all your pictures. And then you can post a picture. Y'all, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I feel like we're fixing to be BFF, all of us. Brenda, do you have an iPhone? I wonder if it's just the iPhones. Does anybody have an Android and it works? Okay. Brenda, if you will message me, you can message me an email. Oh, you have an iPhone? Okay, look. Go to my Sneeze Farmhouse page like this. Hit visit community. I'm going to give you a chance to go. All right. Go to Sneeze Farmhouse. Oh, Cynthia has an Android. Huh. Hit visit community. What's on your mind? This button. Look at all these daggum pictures. Okay, I'm going to post that picture. Hit next. I'm trying to do this backwards. Okay, like that. And then hit next. And then it posted. Oh, not yet. Hit post. There we go. And there my picture posted. And then if you hit newest, it'll pull up. Some of y'all don't have the option. Heidi, do you have an iPhone? Look at Sherry, me and her daughter. Kim is drop dead gorgeous. I see Kama. Tanya. Okay. You have an Android and it's not. Rose, how did you figure it out? Tell us, was it Oh, Brenda got it. Oh, you have to give YouTube the permission. Okay. Um uh Brenda, can you tell Brenda how to no well, Brenda Lee, can you tell Brenda the other Brenda? I forgot her last Brenda Lee, can you tell where's I, Becky? Brenda, can you tell them where to go on YouTube to give them permission to post? To post a picture? Is it in your settings? Let's do this. Becky, go to settings on your phone. Go to settings like that. Oh, I clicked on the first two options. I opened it, then it asked for permission. You mean when you didn't go to your settings? Go to settings, Becky, and wait a minute, Becky. I don't know. I may not know what I'm doing. Becky, don't listen to me. um, Let me see if yours work. Hang on. Look at that cute little puppy dog. I got Roses. Hang on, it's spinning, but I see her name. Oh, she's so cute. She does look like a rose. And I love the way she spells her name. Oh, Hilbert Family Farm and all her chicken in her little chicken village. See, this makes me happy. Becky, I'll help you figure it out. Oh, look how beautiful. So see, we can communicate. Mary Russell and her. Oh, I didn't know you had rabbits, Mary. Oh, Kim, did you make that? I love diamond art. This makes me so happy. This makes me so happy. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, when I figured this out, I could not wait to tell y'all. I could not wait to tell y'all. I'm sorry I'm snotty. Oh, post about more. Becky, Vanessa's telling you, Vanessa, post about more, tap channel, tap join. I know new platforms are scary. I'm going to tell y'all, 2 years ago is when I met Jason and Brooke and they filmed my farm. Okay. When I tell you I was scared of YouTube, I was scared to death of YouTube. I didn't even know how to edit a video. Okay. Like I was scared to death of YouTube. I still, to this day, am not totally comfortable with YouTube. When I open my phone, the first thing I do is go to Facebook. I do. It is new for me too. But I'm telling y'all that YouTube is safe and friendly. Facebook is not. Facebook is filled with scammers, okay, that are trying to scam you and steal your freaking stuff and steal your page. And Facebook charges, do you know Facebook charges me $130 a month? Okay. $130 a month to be verified, which means to show you guys, let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. You see that little blue check right there? That check cost me $130 a month so that you know that's me. Because other people scam my page and pretend like they're me. So that check says, this is Aunt Judy's page. I do that for your safety. And I pay $100. YouTube doesn't charge me a dime. Okay? So you tell me. All right. It's a good day in the house. Okay, I'm gonna maybe do something with myself. I don't know. Oh, I just turned my blow dryer off. All right. I tell you all the time when it comes to depression, anxiety, people don't understand it. And there's people that deal with it and it's a chronic issue. And there's people that deal with it and it's a situational issue. And there's people that don't deal with it at all. Like I remember one time my grandmother used to come to my house 2 weeks out of the month. I think I was born to be a caregiver. I don't know. Because before her, it was my mother. Okay. And my grandmother, I remember Vanson and I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay. And my grandmother was having difficulty living with my aunt and uncle. Okay. And it was my grandmother. My grandmother started changing. She started just slipping a little bit and she was miserable and she wanted to live with me. So I told her she could come stay with me 2 weeks out of the month to give my aunt and uncle a break and give my grandmother a break. So my grandmother, I had a king size bed. We only had a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay. So I was helping my grandmother and she would have to sleep in the bed with me. Okay. It was different. I will just tell you that. I remember one night she said, Judy, are you going to be okay when I die? Because my grandmother was my rock. Okay. My grandmother was my everything. My grandmother is who taught me who Jesus was. Okay. My grandmother's the one who took me to church. My grandmother instilled values in me. Okay. My grandmother was my everything. All right. And she said, Judy, are you going to be okay if I die? Because she knew I fought depression. And I would go to her for everything. And I was very honest with her about things I felt and things that I did. And she would just hold my hand and talk to me about how to trust God. And when she asked me if I was going to be okay if she died, I said, yes. I said, it would be selfish of me to want you to stay on the earth and not be with Jesus. You know, you're 99 years old. You know, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I said, I called her Meemaw. And I said, Meemaw, do you ever fight depression? Because I've never seen you depressed. Even when my grandfather died, I've really never seen my grandmother like in a true depression. She said, Judy, I've never really been depressed. I'm like, how in the world do you go through life and not be depressed? But that is how much my grandmother trusts in God, because she knew that everything was happening for a reason and it was going to happen to glorify God. And I thought, she is so lucky to never get depressed. Like, she don't have weather depression. She doesn't have situational depression. She's like a rock. Um, and um, oftentimes, because I fight depression, people around me can't handle it. I know Robbie, my ex-husband, he didn't know how to deal with it. He would just get mad at me. My kids didn't know how to deal with it. They just kind of pretended like it wasn't happening. They kind of just accepted it that this is how mom is. Mom goes to bed at 6 o'clock. Like this is just who the mom we have. She can't stay awake. She sleeps all the time. They just they just came to acceptance. But many a times, even with Shane's never seen me sick. He's never seen me sick. Thank God. But Shane would flip his lid. Shane would not be able to handle me sick mentally. I'm telling you, he would put me on the highway in a second. Just say. But oftentimes when you have where you fight depression, people like to say, you just got to quit worrying about this. Or they say, you just got to stop. You got to get your butt out of the bed. They say things like that. And for someone, I'm speaking of myself. When someone says that to me, oh, I get freaking furious. It pisses me off. And I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand at all. And they don't. And I remember this one situation. Okay. My kids went to their father's every other weekend. And we never had drinking around our kids ever. Like there was no alcohol in my house. Robbie and I did not drink. Shane and I do not drink at all. But every other weekend, the kids would go to their father's, and Robbie was in a motorcycle club. And oftentimes the Harley Davidson, I forgot that what they were called. They had a little club name, but every Tuesday we would go to bike night at Buffalo's, and the gang would come to bike night. And then every other weekend, and this wasn't every other weekend, but like randomly, Robbie would want to throw a party, and they would go to the beach for bike week and stuff like they'd go on rides together. Well, I remember this like yesterday. But he had a party, and I was so depressed that I could not function. And I wasn't a big drinker. I mean, I would randomly drink, but I'm just not a drinker at all, okay? And so it would get on my nerves when people would come to my house and get drunk. Like I hated every minute of it. And this particular day, he had this party. I couldn't function, and I was trying to keep it together, and I couldn't. So I finally went into my bedroom. Okay, my house is full of people. Okay. I went into my bedroom and shut the door and put on my pajamas and went to bed. And I didn't tell anybody. I didn't go tell my husband. I just literally went into my bedroom, shut the door, and got in the bed. And I remember my sister-in-law, her husband and her were in the biker club because he had a Harley Davidson as well. And I remember her coming into the bedroom, and she woke me up and she goes, "Are you okay? Do I look okay? There's a house my house is filled with people, and I'm in the bed. Do I look okay? And I remember her writing me a letter after this situation, and she told me that she was, sorry that, that I fought depression, and she wished that she could help me. And when people ask, like when you have depression and people ask you, how can I help you? Oh, I have no idea. If I knew how to help myself, I would, but I don't know. I just don't feel good, right? And so I remember Robbie being humiliated because I went to bed. And that particular day, I remember waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and Robbie was not in the bed. And I was like, where is he? And I remember going downstairs and I peeked around the corner and it was him and this woman that was our friend and her husband. They were down there shooting pool and they were drunker than Cooter Brown, okay? And I was like, this freaking sucks. Sucks. And they never saw me. And I just tiptoed back upstairs and got back in the bed. And I'm going to tell you, I lost my husband because of my depression. My husband, when he met his wife now, it's because he was miserable with me because he didn't know how to fix me. He didn't know what was wrong with me. And, you know, he couldn't even have a good time with me because I couldn't stay awake, and I was no fun, and I was depressed all the time. And I think people just I even know for myself, when I am around people that fight depression, it's hard for me to handle. And I understand depression. But like when you have a Debbie Downer, like for example, Larry, there was a time where Larry cried every single day on my couch. And it was wearing me out as a caregiver. I'm like, I don't know. You've got to find something good in your life, but he couldn't. He was just like, I can't live by myself. I can't drive. I have to wear this oxygen. Everything is terrible in my life. And I'm thinking, no, it's not. You're just depressed. And when you're around someone that fights depression and they can't get out of it, it is difficult to deal with. It's difficult for the person going through it to deal with, and it's difficult for the people that love you. It's difficult because half the time you can't explain it. You don't even understand it yourself to even explain what's wrong with you. I have no idea. Well, that don't make sense. Like, what's wrong? I mean, why are you over here in the bed? I don't know. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. I'm not eating. I don't want to get in the shower. I just want to stay in the bed all the time. I can't get myself up and go to work. Like, I don't know. And half the time, when you're like this and you have depression, you generally have a hard time getting up and going to work. So then, usually, if you're not going to work, finances can be a strain. Um, and when finances are a strain, it leads to even deeper depression because you're like, I don't know what to do. I can't get up to work, and I've called in so many times that my sick days are gone, my vacation's gone, and I can't function, and I'm about to get written up. And I can't afford a doctor copay. You feel stuck. I've been there. You feel so stuck. And everybody around you is just telling you to to get off your butt, get off the couch, go do something with yourself, go get yourself outside, go get some vitamin D, go find a friend, go do something. Like, daggum, And I remember Larry sitting on the couch crying every day. And I was like, you've got to find something good in your life. You need to go to the senior citizen center, socialize, go talk to people that understand what you're going through, because I am in my 50s. I don't know what you're going through. I don't understand. I don't know what it's like to lose my driver's license or have to go live with someone and be on hospice. I don't know what that's like. I can only imagine what it's like. And for the person dealing with the depression, it's like you can't get out of the funk because you're so, like, everything around you is depressing. Everything. And I think in my head, my nose is so snotty. I think I have learned through counseling that you have to work on yourself when you're good. In other words, when you're having a really good week and you're not in the funk, that's the second you pull out your book and you begin to work on mindfulness, you begin to work on, keeping yourself calm, you begin to work with, I don't know, whatever's depressing you, your finances, you put together a budget, like all these things that you need to change in your life, you need to work on them when you're good. Because when you're bad, you don't want to get off the couch. You don't want to pull out a book. You don't want to study. You don't want to do anything. So you have to practice these things when you're well. When you're having a really good week, that's the second you need to pull out your tools and go, okay, I'm having a good week. What tools do I need to put in my pocket for next week when I'm a train wreck? Because you're usually not strong enough at that point when you're in the depression mode. You're not strong enough to pull the tools out of your pocket. But if you begin to work on yourself when you are well, you're more likely to pull the tool out of your pocket when you're not well, because you have to practice these skills. They don't come naturally for people with depression. What comes naturally for a person with depression is to cry, to stay in the bed, to find out everything that's negative. Like, we're Debbie Downers. It's hard for us to find anything good around us. But when you're well and you begin to practice these skills, it's like you're training your brain, you're preparing your brain for the storm. It's the same thing like with the relationship with God. Okay. Are you this person that goes to God when there's a storm? Oh my God, I'm I got a breast cancer scare, and oh dear Jesus, please, in the name of Jesus, do not let me have breast cancer. Are you the person that goes to God during the storms? Are your kids sick? Oh Lord, please don't let my kid get sick. Oh Lord, whatever. Are you the type of person that goes to God during the storms only? A relationship with God does not happen in the storms. A relationship with God happens on a daily basis. It doesn't come and go. You have to get to know him in the good. Because believe it or not, all the good things that are going on around you, there's blessings being taken place. And during the storms, usually I feel like you go through storms there's good that comes out of a storm. But when you're in the storm, it's hard to see the good. But when you're in the storm, is the moment you pull out of your pocket, you're like, okay, the tool that I need to pull out of my pocket is, God, this is really hard. But I know this is happening for a reason. Help me open my eyes to see what you're trying to teach me. That is a tool that you pull out of your pocket. That is a tool that you put in your pocket when you're going through good times, when everything is just going great. That is a tool that you put in your pocket when everything is going great. Because if you try to put tools in your pocket when things are going bad, there's no tools there. There's no tools there. So you have to practice, okay, when things are going really, really bad, how do I get the strength to even reach in my pocket to pull a tool out? It comes from practicing when things are good. Trust me, I've been there. There were times when I was not strong enough to pull any tool out of my pocket, more or less put a tool in my pocket. It was difficult. Things are, good right now. I don't have anything really bad going on. The Toyota stuff's gone. There's good. So what am I doing today? I messaged my counselor. I'm like, if you have any cancellations today, please book me an appointment. I'm good today. I need to practice good traits so that when I'm a train wreck, I know what to do. So today at 9:30, I have counseling. And we're going to talk about some things that I need to practice on. When people around you don't understand your depression, you have to remember that you don't really understand it. How do you expect them to understand it when you don't even understand it? You don't even know what's wrong with you. And sometimes, there's different types of depression. There is situational depression, and there's also chemical depression, where like no matter what happens, it's negative Nancy, you need to learn the difference. Oftentimes, I have to check the facts all the time. If I'm depressed, I have to stop what I'm doing, look in the mirror and go, what the flip is wrong with you, Judy? You're a train wreck. Like, what is wrong with you? And I have to go back in the past month and go, what has happened to you in the past month? Okay. In the past month, I'm dealing with my brother in jail. I'm dealing with my dad on hospice, watching him die right in front of my eyes. I'm dealing with the stress of being closed to the public and me trying to figure out how to stay afloat. I'm trying to film YouTube videos and try to, keep afloat with social media. I'm trying to and I have to go and go, what happened? What has happened to you in the past month? And when I write all that down, I'm like, okay, this is obviously situational depression because I'm a train wreck. Okay, let's write down everything that's happened and let's check it off one at a time. Okay, we'll start with my brother in jail. My brother is in jail. Okay. The first question I asked myself, can you control that? No, I cannot control it. It hurts. but I can't control it. So, what do I need to do to take care of myself? And I asked myself that, okay, Judy, your brother is in jail. It is painful. Your brother has been in jail since December. Your brother may never get well again. The life that he has chosen or the life that has chosen him, he may never be normal again. So, what do you need to do to take care of yourself? And I have to sit here and think about it. What do I need to do to take care of myself? Because me sitting around being depressed over my brother being in jail is going to ruin my marriage, it's going to rob me of my joy. I'm going to be a terrible caregiver because I'm going to have all this stress in my life. So, what do I have to do to take care of myself in this trauma, in this depression state that I can't control? I have to let go and let God. And then you ask, Judy, how do you let go of that? I reach deep down in my pocket and I pull out, let go and let God. And I have to understand what let go and let God means when I'm well. Because when I'm sick, the pain is too difficult for me to let go and let God because I am stressed. My baby brother is sick. So when I'm well, I have to learn, let go and let God. What that means is if I can't fix it and I'm sitting here worrying about it, and I'm sitting here, got myself in left field over it. And when I'm sitting here trying to fix my brother or fix his family or whatever, I'm destroying Judy. I have to love from a distance. I have to know that I may never speak to my brother again. I've not seen my brother in 8 years. I may never lay eyes on him again in person. And I have to come to acceptance with that. Did I go through grief to get to this point? Yes, I did. I went through a lot of grief to get me to this point. Is it still painful to me? Yes. And I have to be gentle with myself and go, okay, today's a bad day. Today I am mourning the loss of someone that is still alive but dead. And it's painful. And the days that I feel like that is when I call Greg, my oldest brother, and I'm like, I feel like you're the only one that gets me. You're the only one that gets me because you have the same brother. Shane's not going to understand. Larry's not going to understand. My friends are not going to understand. The person that really knows the pain that I feel is my other brother. And I call him and I'm like, will you just give me 10 minutes? Can you just give me 10 minutes? I miss him. I miss him. This sucks. And my brother's like, I know. It's awful. It's awful. And that's when I go, okay, I have 10 minutes to cry because I'm not going to let this ruin my day. But I need to grieve today. Today's a day that I need to grieve. I've lost him. And you have to allow yourself to grieve. It's painful. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't push it away when you feel like you need to grieve. Grieve. It is painful. That is not being depressed. That's being normal. You are normal if you're crying over your brother that you've not seen in 8 years. It's normal. It's not normal when you stay in it. Does that make sense? It's normal to have depression. It's normal to some days need to get in the bed and stay in your pajamas all day. Those things are normal. It's not normal when you've done it for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. That's not normal. That's when you go, "Hey, do you have any cancellations today? Because I sure need it." That is the day you do that. Staying in it is not normal. I had to learn, I can remember when I first started counseling. Oh, Lord. I remember I would go into a panic mode because I was going 3 days a week. And if she called in sick, I would be in a panic. I had to learn to take care of myself when she wasn't around because I would want to go, "Oh my God, please, I need an appointment now." Like, because you need it now. And she had to teach me what to do to take care of myself when she can't be available for me. It's the same thing. I know this kind of is off the subject. It's the same thing with my farm. My vet has learned to teach me things that I need to do when he can't be available. That's when you know you have a good vet. Is when he's trained you to look, to know. "Judy, why aren't you running this chicken to the vet?" It doesn't happen like that. You have to learn how to take care of yourself during when the storm hits. And if you do not put tools in your pocket when you are well, you're not going to ever be well. And I'm going to tell you, the person that knows you the most is the person that created your brain. And the second I was gentle with myself, and I said, "God made me. God knows where I struggle. God created this brain of mine. Who to go to more than to God and go, God, I'm hurting. I am a train wreck today. I am hurting all inside. My body hurts. My brain hurts. I feel sick today." And sometimes the only words that I can get out of my mouth because my brain is so sick is, "God, help me to be the best version of Judy I can today. I don't know what that looks like, but I have no strength in my body. None. But you created this brain of mine, this sick brain of mine that I have inside me. You created me, so I need you to help me be the best version of myself today because I am a train wreck." I'm not going to keep you too long because I know we're like almost to the hour. And I haven't finished putting on my makeup and I've been preaching. Um, if you fight depression, you have, if you fight depression, this is my preaching stick, okay? This is when things get serious. If you fight depression and you're so sick of hating yourself, you have the opportunity today to change your life. What do you have to do to change your life? You have to run after recovery. just as if an alcoholic or someone on drugs has to run after recovery. You have to want to change so bad that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get you better. If that means going to the doctor to go, hey, I am jacked up with a capital J. I don't know. I've been in depression for 2 months. Sometimes it's a chemical depression and you need a medication to help you get through it. Sometimes you can do it with counseling alone. I don't know. Everybody's different. Me, it took all the above. Okay. It took counseling. It took hospitalization. It took medication. It took me getting my life right with God. It took everything to get me well. There wasn't one particular thing that just snapped and I was better. It took all the above. But you have to run after recovery. You have to go, you know what, Judy, I am so sick of you. I'm sick of the way you look, the way you act, the way you're around people, the way you're a friend, the way everything. I am so sick of you, Judy. And you have to run after recovery and go, okay, I've got to be a better mom. I need to be a better friend. I need to be a better wife. And these people around me are the cause of all this. He's a train wreck. He's a train wreck. He's a train wreck. No, no. When you run after recovery, it's not to fix your husband. It's not to fix your marriage. It's not to fix your kids. It's not to fix your brother. It's to fix you because they're not changing. They're not changing at all. I'm here to tell you, you have to learn to put tools in your pocket and go, okay, my husband is a train wreck and I have to learn how to deal with him because he ain't changing. He's not running to counseling. He's not going in the hospital to fix his problems. I have to learn how to deal with him because he makes me miserable. If that's what you're saying. I've been married to this son of a gun for 25 years and he's stuck in his ways and he gets on my nerves. Go fix you. And when you fix you, you're going to be surprised at the majority of the problem was the way you were dealing with it. And when you learn how to break down things in the right way, you're going to find so much joy in your life. You're going to find your purpose. You're going to find a wonderful marriage. Even though everything's not perfect, you're going to find a wonderful marriage. The best thing you can do for yourself is to fix you. All right, guys. I love you guys. I don't know about this afternoon. I'm gonna go live no matter what, but I everything that I had planned, I just don't feel like doing it. Honestly, I don't. I just feel sick. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna go live at 5 o'clock for Cinco de Mayo. I am. Okay, but I may need you backup dancers to help me dance because I don't feel good. Okay. So, thanks for joining me this Monday morning. If there is a topic that you're struggling with, the community board, Aunt Judy, I would love for you to talk about blah. And I'll talk about it because chances are I've been through it. Okay. There ain't no judgment on Judy's end. There's nothing that you can tell me that's going to shock me. Chances are I have been through it, or I know someone that's been through it, and nothing's going to shock me. If you need to talk to me privately, you can email me, judysneed9522@gmail.com. You can private message me, okay? But if there's a topic that you want me to speak on, tell me on the community board, okay? And if you're scared of the community board, private message me and we'll walk through it. If you can't post a picture, we'll figure it out together. I don't know, but I'll try to help you. Okay? Today you have choices. Sitting it out is wallowing in your sorrows and not practicing your principles when you're well. You can't fix it when you're depressed. I'm here to tell you right now. You have to fix it when you're well. But dancing is knowing who created your brain, because I'm going to tell you, you can go to any doctor, any counselor, any medication, but no one knows you better than your creator. Dancing is going to him. Sitting it out is wallowing in your sorrows. There's someone that knows you, that made your brain, that doesn't judge you. I love you guys. I will see y'all Wednesday.